My name is Jose Guzman. I have been in the private equity industry now for about a decade, working with GPs and LPs to perform diligence on companies as well as fund managers. Currently, I'm mostly doing consulting and some investing across various industries and the globe. I met you and 361 firm through Robert Colorina.
And then we since this whole thing came from alumni networking, maybe you can just talk about your alumni groups.
Yes. Well, I graduated from Wharton. I have an MBA from there, and I'm very involved with the community and the Wharton Private Equity and Venture Capital Association.
Great. So as we look back on this, whatever we want to call it, year, 2020, how do you think of your best and worst decisions?
Well, I think the best decisions are still yet to materialize. But I would say probably the worst this year. I had the opportunity to invest in SpaceX, and I decided to pass on it. So I think I probably should have committed some capital because it seems like SpaceX is going the right direction.
Fair enough. And then as you look ahead, how do you see 2021?
Well, I believe there will be 25 to 30% earnings growth in equities, and there will be significant declines in corporate leverage. So those are key factors to overweight equities and credit versus government bonds and cash.
Mm-hmm.
I also expect to see some U.S. dollar weakness. So for 2021, I believe that we should get better risk-adjusted returns in equities and credit. I also believe that private equity and venture capital will do extremely well this year and into the future because it's an asset class that tends to really outperform over time. And if you look at the global financial crisis, private equity and venture capital did extremely well over the last decade.
Yeah, these are the right time for these vintages.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you think of, beyond investing, or from a social development goal perspective or philanthropies, could you identify one that you're passionate about and what you're looking to do in 2021 for?
Well, I'm an avid supporter of diversity, equity, and inclusion. I continuously mentor kids who are trying to get into the alternative investments industry, and I'm an active member of nonprofit organizations like SEO and the Twigo Foundation. Those are organizations that help underprivileged and underrepresented students pursue careers predominantly in alternative investments.
That's interesting. We'll talk on that later then. And then how can our network help Jose?
Yes. Well, currently I am actively involved with some consulting engagements, but I am looking for more opportunities to help manage portfolios, either at a family office, but specifically that would be ideal, and also help with more direct investing. In addition, given that I'm pretty active with those nonprofits, it would be nice to get support from the community and get them more engaged and involved to provide more opportunities to the college students, but also provide more access to capital for minorities and women-owned businesses that are trying to get launched during this difficult time.
Excellent. Thank you. So again, we have a lot to talk about. And then what's your one word that you'd like to associate with 2021?
Booming.